All it needs is
9 minutes until showtime.
Hunter's and his signature, and then they're good to go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that's fucking huge. If all right, we're live on Twitch. I'm going. We have 8 minutes. Just tell John when he comes in that we're live. I'm gonna go downstairs and get some ice.
Okay. Ronry. I'm so Ronry. So Ronry and Cedry around. And anybody that's listening right now is kind of fucked. Like, I could just say any kind of weird ass shit that I feel like. This was not
8 minutes until showtime.
Anybody's listening, this idea of putting me on here by myself is on par with handing Scott Steiner a live fucking microphone. Okay? We don't know what I'm going to say. I don't even know what I'm going to say. I could pop off with some fucking random weird shit about the fucking reptoid overlords. Oh, yeah. They exist. They're real. So y'all know that, like, the ice wall is an inner wall, right? There's more shit out beyond it. Used to be on all the maps from, say like the 1200s on. Shows all kinds of weird animals and shit that we don't have anymore.
7 minutes until showtime.
Fuck you for interrupting me, Miss Slippy. One of these days, someone's going to go beyond it. When they do, we're going to find all kinds of weird shit. It's going to be awesome.
All right.
Hey, welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, no John yet?
Nope.
Ugh.
Don't worry, I kept our listeners, if there are any, entertained.
Don't tell me this is a fucking son of a bitch.
What?
Unavailable. Gotta love it.
What's unavailable? I can't see what you're seeing.
6 minutes
No,
until
John.
showtime.
Oh, John unavailable? Bummer. So you do know that, like...
I gotta get a bottle opener.
Shall we go back to the reptoid overlords? The elite? Politicians, movie stars, musicians, artists, major activists. They're all fucking reptiles. And it's plausible now that we know that the center of the Earth is not a ball of liquid magma, but a ball of steel.
Okay,
Well, some kind.
Now I'm back.
Hi, welcome back.
Yes.
You do know that leaving me alone with a recording...
5 minutes until showtime.
What was that?
You do know that leaving me, like, on something that is live streaming and recording is akin to giving Scott Steiner a microphone and saying, go have fun, Scotty.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Me and our wonderful fans were just talking about our reptoid overlords.
Oh, okay. And hello, John.
Reptile overlords? What the fuck did I just join into?
Reptoid overlords, dude.
Huh.
They're real. It happens.
You know, Mark Zuckerberg.
Hiya.
Huh. Okay.
And fixing elections, Mark Zuckerberg.
No.
Allegedly.
They didn't fix the election, but he did come out and say to an inquiry panel that the Biden-Harris administration pressured him to mark accurate information as disinformation especially concerning COVID-19 and his
4 minutes until showtime.
So that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was your birthday.
It's good. It was good. Alicia and I are.
How's it feel to turn 31?
Don't I fucking wish?
John said he was 31 for the last 10 years.
I mean, I'm trying to be nice, damn it.
No, it was good. Alicia and I and her parents went out for a nice dinner and stuff like that, and it was good.
It's like my mother saying she was 36. My mother said she was 36 for the last decade.
No, I'm 26. Get it right. No, it was good, and I appreciate everybody that reached out to me on Facebook. I was touched that everybody reached out, so it's good.
Three minutes until showtime.
Are the A's looking to choke this game away? Because they're up 5-2 now.
Who are they playing?
The Reds.
Oh. Did you get that little message I sent you about
there's we'll talk about it, but there's not a lot to really talk about there. It's a judgment thing. It's not really.
No, but it's the same umpire that gave Diaz the boot, but allowed this guy to wash his hand, but Edwin just got the boot.
Look, there has to be a reason because this stuff's done at the umpire's discretion.
I have my theories that maybe that umpire got pressure from the MLB saying, look, you got to give him an opportunity to wash his hands. You can't just boot him.
I mean, it depends on what the substance was. I mean, if it looked like a mixture of rosin and sweat, yeah, go wash your hand.
That's what was on Diaz's hand.
2 minutes
allegedly
until showtime.
Well, no, because it was the Pelican bag, and that has pine tar in it.
But that's on the pitching mound anyway.
Yeah, it is a device that is on the pitching mound. But I guess he had a little more rosin or on his hand that got a little more pine tar. I don't fucking know. It's all
the mixture with the pine tar. I mean that
is on every MLB mound. So
yes.
No matter what, that is a legal substance.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying, like it's at the umpire's discretion. So I mean,
great example is
maybe with Diaz they saw something that was a little more suspicious.
John, I'll give you another example, and we'll need to talk about this when Christian comes on because we got a minute. Look at the George Brett pine tar with the bat.
Yeah, right.
Like that's and more or less that's the same thing. It's the umpire's discretion that he called
1
George
minute
Brett out
until
because
showtime.
He had too much pine tar on his.
Oh, Ryan.
Yeah.
Real quick before off air, I want to talk to you about something off air about.
Oh, we're all right.
No, about Balls Mahoney. Something I want to talk to you about off air.
Gotcha. Roger.
Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Is that a niner I heard in there?
There was a niner in there.
You don't get that joke?
Yeah, no. Did you not get the? Did I hear a niner in there?
A lot of people go to college for 7 years.
Yeah, they're called doctors.
They're called doctors. It's a fucking great movie, man. I love Tommy Boy.
How are the fucking Yankees losing?
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tactical nuke incoming!
gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Betting Window on the Nerdport Network. I am your host, F. and Ronnie, and I rate this podcast 7.5 stars, because fuck you, Meltzer.
Okay.
With me, as always.
Okay, what a way to go for the intro, but I am the Zombie Master, and fuck Dave Meltzer, since we're in the fucking Dave Meltzer kind of mood, I guess.
I could, and as always with us.
Okay, first off, that is the greatest fucking entrance song of all time. I'm Captain Stuntcock himself, and I just want to say, fuck Dave Meltzer right in his fucking tuna Meltzer fucking face.
Because, you know, this podcast is rated 37 stars.
37 stars with 28 false finishes, 48 V triggers, and 9 go to sleeps.
Yeah, but are those 37 stars in a row?
Thank you.
Yes.
That's what I was waiting for.
Well, I didn't want to run over Ryan's joke, so.
Oh, hell no.
So, by the way, the Reds just took the lead.
Fuck Cincy. Let me tell you this, okay?
Brother? Are we going brother?
I just wrestled a couple of guys from fucking Ohio.
Ohio? Yes.
Ohio!
First off, these motherfuckers walked into the building and introduced themselves as pro wrestling fans from Ohio.
OI4K?
Okay? Secondly, during our match, these motherfuckers yelled Chiweewee. What the fuck is Chiweewee?
They must be from fucking British Columbia, or they must be from Canada, because that's a fucking Hamilton Tiger Cats fucking chant.
Apparently, it's a Cincinnati wrestler thing too.
Yeah, so is OI4K. Aye, fuck you.
Fuck the gruesome twosome. I don't remember that one kid's name, but the other one's name was Cisco. I called him Thong Song all night.
Oh, I need more alcohol for this.
I have to go to the doctor's crazy early tomorrow, so I can't drink tonight. But damn it, after that, I would have needed one.
But yes, the reason I also brought up Tuna Meltzer is because he put out his star rating for Gangbang All In.
Ah!
Yeah, what did I sent it to you, Ryan. What was the fucking... So, he didn't rate the ladder match, which the ladder match was a clusterfuck.
Here we go. Let me run this down real quick.
Yes, please.
Let me run this shit down real quick. Okay?
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Ah! Oh.
Tony Storm versus Mariah May, 1.5 stars. That match was fucking garbage. 1 star is 1 star too many.
-5 stars.
Hook versus Chris Jericho, 4.5 stars. This is actually probably the only accurate fucking rating that he put out because Jericho's pushing fucking 50.
He's over 50, though.
No, he's over 50. Young Bucks versus FTR versus The Acclaim. Fucking 5-star match, of course.
Gee, I wonder why.
It's nothing less than 5 stars and 2 fucking shots in the mouth to Meltzer. The Casino Gauntlet match, 4 stars. How fucking nice were they with that? I'm sorry. I have seen some stupid fucking matches in my day. That was a clusterfuck to a symphony of silence.
The only big thing about that was, what's his name came back? Fucking Ricochet came back and fucking, oh, god damn it.
Nigel.
Nigel, thank you.
McGuinness.
Okay, first off, all you neckbeard fucking marks that are like, Nigel McGuinness hasn't lost his step. Yes, the fuck he has. Yes, the fuck he has.
He hasn't wrestled in fucking 12 years.
And why? Exactly, because he hasn't wrestled in 12 fucking years. He is still a fucking specimen of a human being. He always has been. But 12 years of not getting your reps in, yeah, Nigel lost a step. Get fucking used to it.
But wait. Tell him the MJF Will Ospreay match.
Okay.
Uh-oh, buckle up.
Ospreay MJF, 6 stars. 6 stars for a match that honestly
it was a good match.
Should have been a co-headliner.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that and the heavyweight title, those are your money matches. Until Tony Khan learns how to fucking book like a fucking promoter that tells stories and not a wrestling fan with a fuck ton of money and a notebook, this is the type of shit you're going to keep getting.
By the way, that didn't.
Oh, what are you talking about?
By the way, just to make it clear, that wasn't match of the night for him. Ryan, read the last one.
Hold on, we got a couple more. Mercedes Moné versus Dr. Britt Baker, 2.5 stars.
Guess what? It was a bad match because it also happened right after MJF. It had to follow MJF and fucking Ospreay.
Jack Perry versus Darby Allin, a.k.a. who's going to die in the ring first? The guy that takes the crazy bumps or the guy that wants to carry a bag of broken glass as a prop?
Darby Allin, that match actually that time actually got cut.
It needed to. Anything with Darby Allin needs to be 3 minutes or less.
But Darby Allin decided to, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to come to the ring with thumbtacks glued to my fucking head. Literally, he super glued thumbtacks around his fucking face like he was Pinhead.
I wasn't going to spend the money to watch the pay-per-view, so I didn't see this.
No. I wasted bandwidth on it.
Yeah. And then the main event, the match of the night, 6.5 million stars. Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickland. And the only reason that this match is getting 6.5 fucking stars is because Bryan Danielson doesn't need to be in there right now.
I will say this. It got 6.5 stars. Because they, legitimately, I'll say this. That match was actually good enough to where I could see that being a 5+ star match because the story it told actually made sense with the fact that they literally used Brie, Birdie, Buddy, they used his kids, they used all of it, and the career versus title.
Yeah, but in a career versus anything match, the career's not losing.
No.
By the way, attendance apparently for this was 50,000. I saw a lot of empty seats.
Yep. Well, you know, Tony Khan likes to inflate those numbers, make AEW seem bigger and better than it is.
But wait, you're going to laugh at this. Here were your pre-shows, John.
Mm-hmm.
I respect people that they put on this match, but this was getting a little too far. Your opening match was a 16-man tag match. An 8-on-8.
Literally had two sides of the ring to work on. Rope-wise.
Tommy Billington, Kip Sabian, Rocky Romero, Kyle Fletcher, Leo Rush, Action Andretti, and Top Flight defeated Jay Lethal, Sanjay, Willow Nightingale, and Ishii beat Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway.
Didn't what's her name come back? Jamie Hayter.
Yes, that was at the end of the pre-show with Paige. That
would explain why I kept seeing on Twitter Becky Lynch was trending because they thought it was her coming down to the fucking ring.
No, I mean, she went full fiery redhead. She went back to her old fucking look. And then to end it, this was literally the pre-show to throw everybody on. Because then they had a 10-man tag match. Where you had the Von Erichs taking on with Shibata, Dusty, and Sammy Guevara beating the Undisputed Era and Cage of Anarchy.
You know what match I found more entertaining than this entire pay-per-view?
The Warlord getting steroids in his ass?
No. Dory Funk's ancient ass doing an exploding death match, an exploding barbed wire death match against fucking Onita.
Onita!
Onita!
Don't you have the soundbite still?
Yeah, but I'm going to pull it up.
You're going to say it. You got to play it.
I just rather scream it.
Watching those two ancient motherfuckers go at it was more entertaining than this entire pay-per-view.
Onita. Onita! Onita!
Greatest
This is-
CW promo ever.
Onita!
It really is.
Onita!
Okay, that match was better than that entire pay-per-view.
Isn't like Dory Funk like 80-something years
I
old?
think he's like
Funk's
90.
fucking 90. And Onita's not getting any fucking younger either.
No.
Like this was the first geriatric death match.
This was the Ginkgo biloba on a pole match.
Should have had a exploding walker death match.
I'm surprised there wasn't a shoot death here.
How about an exploding walker death match?
Oh, God.
You know, Dory's doing this thinking, God damn, Terry was crazy.
Why the fuck?
goes-
Do I really need a paycheck? What the fuck, Tori? What the fuck? What the fuck, Terry? Terry in heaven wishing that I don't know what's going on.
Sucking dog.
What?
Onita sucking dog.
My favorite friend Mick Foley decided to jump off a cage, and I got chokeslammed and lost my shoes from the Undertaker back in 1998.
Dude, don't say it like that.
Oh, Chainsaw Charlie.
Oh, dude, like, he legitly, like, that's the funniest shit in the world. Hearing the stories about that, about fucking what Taker actually thought of that, because he did a whole thing on Logan Paul's podcast about that.
Oh, about like Mick going through the we fucking for real thought he killed Mick with that second bump.
Yeah, but,
Well, when he went through the cage?
yeah, he goes, oh, I thought he had a booger hanging out. No, it was his freaking tooth.
He aspirated it through his... Yeah, and it's...
Yeah.
Ugh.
And all Mick remembers is, why are there shoes around me?
What are those shoes over there? Whose are those?
Yeah,
I wasn't wearing sneakers, was I?
I mean,
I think this was one of the last matches he actually wore boots.
listen, Mick Foley is the greatest, laziest wrestler in the world.
Dude, have you heard some of Triple H's stories about him?
Dude, he's the only man that could actually get away and get over with just wearing sweatpants.
Dude, okay, so apparently this was a house show tour, okay?
Uh-huh.
And Triple H watched Mick Foley come back to the locker room, strip off his ring gear,
Yes, I heard the story.
take a shower, dry off with the T-shirt, and then put it all back on and leave.
Yeah, and according to Hunter, it was peeling off of him.
Yeah, dude, I can attest to that. That shit peels off you. Like you can't after you get sweaty in your wrestling gear. No, you ain't pulling those down. You're rolling them down.
just all of a sudden you just hear Mick's fucking music in the background. And not even Mick's, it's Cactus.
Oh, God.
So, in other news, ladies and gentlemen, if this is the first time you're hearing us, welcome! But we are a betting in sports podcast / entertainment podcast where we dive into the good, the bad, and the what the fuck was that in the world of sports and sports entertainment and
actually,
gambling.
Some way,
What was that?
you know.
And
Then we're all mentally deficient in some way, since apparently I can't use the R word anymore.
Yeah, well. Hold on.
and we go off the tracks quite often,
No,
and
that's my fault. That's my job. That's the whole reason I'm here.
what, to make this shit go off the rails?
Because fact of the matter is, there are two wolves inside me. The one on the left is retarded. So is the one on the right.
You are racist.
New sound
against-
drop!
Only against Puerto Ricans.
New sound drop!
Okay.
Raider Dave!
Oh, God.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important, space.
Got a little bit of everything. But yeah, Holy shit. All right. Let's get this back on.
I don't even know where to go at this point.
Well, we did wrestling talk because fuck it. We have Bash in Berlin, Mr. Gorbachev.
There's definitely a pact.
Yeah.
Hey-oh!
Oh.
Let's see. No, we could talk about Rhea Ripley for 2 hours.
No! He is not here, damn it! We are not talking about the wussy squad.
Which is obvious. I can't lie, dude. That is some of like the lamest shit I've ever heard. They're the wussy day. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Hey, John, I got something funny to tell you, though. The Red Sox signed a new pitcher yesterday.
Dick Mountain?
Yep! Dick Mountain's officially back in the major leagues!
For those of you who don't know who Dick Mountain is, it's Rich Hill.
Yeah, Rich Hill, Dick Mountain. Thank you.
46-year-old Rich Hill.
Thank you, Pat McAfee. Fucking Dick Mountain. I can't take that. That's McAfee that fucking said that. And he says it on Raw sometimes too. Like he'll literally start talking about that. It's like the funniest shit in the world. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, McAfee gives us all kinds of good ones, you know? Like you can catch every pay-per-view live on the Peacock.
And it sucks he's gone now until at least what?
Oh, no, now you can watch him every Saturday morning on ESPN.
No, but I'm saying on the WWE, he's done with WWE until what, at least January?
Yeah, he said he's done until January.
That's usually when all the college football games end, so.
He'll have one or two shows in February, actually the national title is so Royal Rumble, he'll be back.
Which is the Rumble's in fucking February this next year.
They fucked that up.
January is supposed to be the Royal Rumble month, not fucking February.
And hello, Christian.
Hello, friends.
Don't worry, you haven't missed shit. We just started talking about Dick Mountain signing to the Red Sox.
You started talking about Dick. What?
Yeah, Dick Mountain, Rich Hill. Dick Mountain.
Why y'all always coming up with these gay-ass nicknames?
Blame Pat McAfee!
That's a Pat McAfee thing, Christian. That's not ours.
That one's straight from Boomstick.
So if Pat McAfee told you jump off a bridge, you gonna do it?
Yes.
I mean, he is crazy enough that he actually might jump off a bridge.
Yeah, I know Ronnie and Ryan would. John's old ass. I don't know about him, John. This is my old joke for the show.
Well, it also depends. What body of water are we diving into?
Christian, how dare you? I'm 31 this year.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. You 2 years younger than me, man.
What the fuck? They're showing this kid at the Reds game. He's got a Shawn Michaels mullet going.
That's fucking sweet.
Oh, the jokes just write themselves with that one.
He has a straight Shawn Michaels mullet. And I mean peak Shawn Michaels mullet.
Funny. That's
funny.
Oh,
God. The jokes. Oh, God.
And no, there's no female next to an 8-year-old kid, so don't worry, Sonny's not there. Oh, shit. But, yeah, Rich Hill is officially signed to the Red Sox, which means absolutely nothing.
Dick Mountain.
Just the fact that he's now officially in the league for 22 seasons.
He's what? Is he legit 46? I said he's 46. Is he 46 legit?
Yeah, I think so.
And I was just guessing at that age, too. Let me see. Let me look it up for real. Hold on.
Good week.
Just fucking Dick Mountain is in the
44. I was off by 2 years. Off by 2 years.
Who cares?
Is this the strawberry?
Jesus Christ, Ryan.
It is.
We can hear you!
Oh, okay, fuck. I wanted an intelligent conversation. I was talking to myself.
God, at least you guys haven't done those gay German people.
Uta and Dita.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, hell.
You know how bad it is? I just went to his Wikipedia page. It says Richard Joseph Hill, born March 11th, 1980, nicknamed Dick Mountain. It's on his fucking Wikipedia page.
Are you
Yes!
serious?
I'm dead serious.
Hold
I'm
on, I
gonna
gotta
send you
look
guys.
this up. Hold on.
Go to Rich Hill on Wikipedia. It says AKA Dick Mountain.
Yes!
John,
Rich Hill.
why are you Wikipediaing Dick Mountain?
Because I wanted to look up his age for real. It came up.
Okay, let's see. Richard
He's looking
Joseph
up mountains
Hill,
of dick.
born
Nickname-
March 11th,
1980.
1980, nicknamed Dick Mountain. Yeah, I'm hanging out.
Oh, God.
He left.
And there he goes. Oh, yeah. Christian
It wasn't
gone.
my fault, no.
Well, yeah,
Nah.
Dick Mountain is always great for a good fun time.
The mountain dick, yeah.
Canadians are weird.
And he's gone again.
I can't believe that's on his fucking Wikipedia page.
Hi, welcome to Chile.
Because Uta and Dita runs that Wikipedia page, yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
They want to pump you up.
Oh.
Oh, John, not you too.
I said it in a real voice, not what they were doing.
Oh,
Hey, I got to do something to get over so with that old jokes.
Excuse me? Is there a reason you had to go almost racial with that one?
yeah, it was.
What do you mean, you people?
We know all about the German history. From 1934 to 1954, nothing happened.
You are racist.
You are racist, ma'am.
Ronnie, look out for your right kneecap.
Oh, and we just started the show. This is how the fun's gonna begin. It's already been 30 minutes in, and woo!
Good thing you didn't say about my right kneecap. My right knee's already fucked up enough.
It's gonna
Look,
say.
John, you get a pass. Hey, y'all want to know something funny? John's name in my phone is AARP. John, I was just waiting for you to say what you normally say.
Say it, John.
Did he really hang up?
Hung up.
Oh shit! Wow, Christian, that's great.
What I do?
I was not expecting you to say AARP.
Holy shit.
John, did I really make you hang up?
Say it again, and I'm going to hang up again.
I love you, John.
Oh god.
Just say it. All I know is somebody has to say it one more time. I'm hanging up
I
again.
was not expecting that.
I was
Holy
waiting-
shit.
I was just waiting for you to say fuck.
John, let them know. I'm the only person that can crack old jokes with you.
Holy
Because
fuck.
you do it in a classy way.
Holy
Exactly.
Fuck.
Really, that was a classy way.
Oh, I'm crying. Holy shit. Oh.
I got my finger on the trigger, man. It's on the button right now, man.
Oh, God.
If I had a nickel every time I heard that one, Joanna would be rich right now.
Please don't bring her out.
No, she's in the cage. She's somewhere with a stake.
Oh, God.
Ivana, on the other hand, maybe not, but that's a whole different issue.
Okay.
Joanna Snatch is locked away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right.
No locking her away.
God damn it! Go away, Ivana!
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm gonna make sure I get Raider Dave out here so you go away too.
Oh, you gotta want to bring out. No, that little bastard owes me money.
Yeah, he may owe you money, but
Look, you're the one that called me out here. You're the one that wanted to talk. What do you want?
you're a bigger whore than your daughter.
That's not possible. Okay. I may have been the basis of Debbie Does Dallas.
What?
She was Debbie.
She was Debbie, you were all of Dallas.
She was Debbie Does the United States.
Holy shit. All right. Let's try to bring this back in and get some topics for the MLB.
Well, then I don't want to talk to you tonight, Ron.
No. I mean,
Hello, Chris.
Oh God. Christian, ignore him. She'll go away.
Christian, I would not blame you if you hung up at this point.
Who in the blue hell is trying to talk to me right now?
It's not me.
Okay.
Who else would it be?
Ronnie, be on the lookout for your other kneecaps.
That's not me.
I don't care.
That's not me. That's
Okay.
Ivana. Joanna's
a
locked
rat's
away.
ass.
Joanna's locked away in a cage.
Not Joanna. See, Ivana's got this voice, and Joanna sounds like she's sucking a dick while pushing a bus out of her asshole.
Oh God. Oh.
And there he goes.
All right, listen here, you dumb broad.
Oh God, now she's here. I'm leaving.
What are you talking about? You fucking started A-track porn.
Christian, you got the other one here now.
John, I'll talk to you in 10 minutes, okay?
Yeah, I'm going with you, Christian.
All right, John. I'll hang up when you hang up. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, they both left. Well, Ivana, it's the Ivana Joanna show. Let's go. What do we want to talk about?
Let's talk about the Pac-12.
I mean, that's what you do normally.
Or the guys that Pac-12.
All right. That was...
Be gone, whore.
Yeah, be gone.
Christian, you can come back.
Oh, if you only heard the line that Ivana said before you came back.
Literally just before you came back.
Please do not fucking repeat it, or I will leave again.
It was about.
John, I'll tell ya.
Oh no!
Fucking disgusting. I will never look at college football the same.
Listen, Nutless Wonder.
What the fuck did I do?
You're here. That's enough.
I was trying. Look, you didn't have to hear it. I did.
Ask me if I care.
Do you care?
No, fuck you. Now move on.
It's your fucking cousin. This is why Vinny got whacked, John.
This is
Or so you think.
No, I know. 37 times in a row.
Let me put it to you this way. They do great things with cadavers.
I don't want to know what they did with his cadaver. There were
You
enough.
don't know. I got a note, and you don't know. So watch your kneecaps, bitch.
My kneecaps are fine. I was pretty sure they gave his body to necrophiliacs, and after they wore out the 3 holes that he came with, they fucked around with the 37 I added.
Yeah.
Here, Christian.
Christian, come back. We need to rein this show back in. Come back in, Christian. Please.
Oh no, the show's already off the rails. We're just having fun.
No, I said we're trying to rein it back in.
On a crazy train.
Oh, all right. So other news. So MLB news. The White Sox are officially the second fastest team to get to 100 losses.
Congratulations.
They are. What are they doing right now? They are winning right now. Holy shit! They're beating Texas 2-0. But I think they need to win 17 games to stay out of the record books to the 62 Mets.
What was the 62 Mets record officially? Let's see. I'll bring up their exact record. Hold on. Let me find it. They were 40 and 120.
And I will pull up. Let me pull up.
And right now, I think they have
Someone else
31
text
wins.
Christian because I think he's ignoring me.
I already did. I messaged him on Facebook. I shot him a message. Tell them to come back. We're doing
I'm
baseball.
I'm shooting them. I shot him a text. I'm like, bitch, come back. They're 31 and 102.
Yeah, so they need basically they can only win
17?
No, because the Mets record for the worst record in baseball is 40 and 120. So if they're 31 right now,
they can only win 8
win
games.
9 more games to tie 8. I mean, 9 to tie, 8 to take the record.
I mean, with how they're playing, and they played 3 against the Mets.
Yeah, if I want to go on a little bit of a.
Go ahead. We already went off the rails, so.
The dork and the dumbass on the fan, and I think you already know who I'm speaking about.
Which one, midday or afternoon?
No, the dork and the dumbass that sit there and criticize the Mets for everything.
So that would be the midday. So BT and Sal.
Right. I heard somewhere, I don't know if it was in print or I heard it on the show. They're saying that if the Mets lose 1 game to the White Sox, they will never make the playoffs because if they can't beat the White Sox, they don't deserve a playoff shot. Now, I wish the dork and the dumbass would shut their fucking mouths because I don't see either one of them out there fucking playing.
Yeah, that's a little bit overzealous.
Well, it's because they're running out of topics to bitch about. This is why I stopped listening to the fan. Because I can't listen to either one of them because listening to them is like watching paint dry. Actually, watching paint dry is more entertaining than listening to them. Because when the Mets do great, they're kissing ass. The second they do bad, they're bitching all over them. You can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. They need to shut the fuck up.
I mean, it is the truth though. But that is how. Let's face it. That's.
No, you're agreeing with them. If they lose 1 game to the Red Sox, they don't deserve a playoff shot.
No, I think if they lose, if they want a better chance to make it into the playoffs, they should sweep them. But if they lose 1, it's not like it's the end of the fucking world. There's still only 3
Well,
back.
according to the dork and the dumbass, they are. You know, and it's like these two cretins that call themselves baseball or no sports. What do you call them? The sports journalists, broadcast journalists, whatever. They sound a lot like disgruntled fans on Twitter. Maybe that's where they get a majority of their fucking news from. They look at Twitter before they come out.
I mean, a lot of people are Twitter analysts.
No, Twitter analysts.
I know what I said.
I know, and so I know what I fucking said too. But no, it's stupid. It's just like I just wish they'd just shut the fuck up already.
Well, I mean, their whole job is to do is the talk. It's sports. It's talk radio. It's.
They're trying to be edgy and they're not. They're trying to be funny and they're not.
I see where they're coming from, and Ryan, jump in if you want on this. The White Sox are awful.
They're god awful.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They shouldn't lose a game to them. But it's not going to be the end-all, be-all if they shouldn't. If they lose the series to them, then...
Because I don't remember the exact topics, but when the Mets lost to the A's, oh Lord, you should have heard them going off on them.
Yeah, but the A's are actually better than we thought.
I mean, it's still the equivalent of losing to a Special Olympics team.
I mean, the A's have one of the best closers in fucking in major leagues right now, in Mason Miller.
But at least the A's record is it's a losing record, but they're far better than the fucking White Sox.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The White Sox are actually, here's the thing. The A's, jokingly, are still mathematically in playoff contention.
Yeah.
Like, just mathematically, they're still in playoff contention. Like, just think about that. They're actually not even in dead last in what's it called, in the West.
The AL West, yeah.
Yeah, they're fourth. They're 57 and 75. Like, the only team that's actually eliminated as of right now is the White Sox. The South Side is the only team that is actually eliminated from playoff contention. We're a month away from the fucking playoffs. They were eliminated a month away.
Well, I mean, when you have 31 wins to start the fucking season, or no, at this point in the season, yeah, it's kind of obvious you're not coming back. I think, you know what it is? It's just, I think if I'm the White Sox, I'm like, you know what? We got to have the season recognizable for something. I definitely think they're going to tank the rest of the year.
Oh, if I'm the White Sox, I call everybody up from my minor league system and see what I have.
And you know what the suckiest thing is? Because back in the day, they used to say, whoever has the worst record got the number one draft pick.
Well, now
it's a lottery. So, because the only reason they said that, because I heard this during the Mets broadcast the other day, this was to prevent teams from tanking. That rule was put into place, and if there's any team, they're not tanking. They're just pathetic. Is the White Sox
44 and a half games out of first?
I mean, and you know what? There's some guys on the White Sox that are really good players, and the fact that if I were them, I'd be calling my agent, going, "Get me the living fuck out of here!" At the deadline, every White Sox player's agent's phone must have rang, saying, "Trade me, please." You know, and I don't think any White Sox players got traded at the deadline, did they?
One didn't.
Pache didn't get traded though.
No, but didn't Court?
Let me see. Hold on. I don't think anybody got traded for the fucking White Sox.
I thought a pitcher did.
Let me look. I'm gonna look it up. Talk amongst yourselves.
Traded. Michael Kopch was traded.
Let's see. I'm just
to
gonna
the
pull up
Dodgers.
Let's see. Where's the transaction page?
That's what I'm on right
July. Now. Well, I'm going to the July thing. Let's see. The 30th. Let's see. When was the deadline?
The only trade is in July is the 29th. So Michael.
It was Michael Vargas.
Well, they got Michael Vargas. They got Miguel Vargas.
They got Miguel Vargas is the only guy for the thing. You know, and it's like.
They traded
they traded Paul. They traded Paul DeJong too. They traded Jose. They got. They traded Elroy Jimenez. Tanner Banks got traded. So I mean, they traded a few people, but I'm sorry.
It wasn't like a Dylan Cease or anything like that.
Oh, Dylan Cease was a fucking Padre, dude.
Yeah, but he
got traded in the off season.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at their roster now, and it's like, I actually, you know what? I want to pull up because if it's the same on. Now let's see. Their pitching leaders. It's sad that I'm going to bring up the thing. You know who leads their team in wins? 6. Garrett Crochet. 6 wins.
Yeah, that's probably one of the better pitchers on the team.
And there are 3 guys that lead the league, lead the team in saves with 2. And earned run average, Chris Flex at 5.29. Strikeouts, Garrett Crochet with 180. And whip, Chris Flexen with 1.51. And the batting, Andrew Vaughn leads the team in home runs with 15. Vaughn leads with RBIs with 59. Runs with Andrew Vaughn for 48. And batting average, Andrew Vaughn with 244.
Hey, he's got the White Sox Triple Crown.
The only thing he doesn't lead in is that stolen bases, and that belongs to Luis Robert. It's 21.
He doesn't lead in hits batsman.
This kid threw at his own son at a father-son game.
Thank you. So, all right.
This guy blew his nose. He looked like a party favor.
So, all right. So, we'll move on from this. Other news, quick. I'm trying to get Christian back in here. Pirates are moving O'Neal Cruz from shortstop to center field.
That might not be a bad move for him. A little
Ryan,
less strenuous on the legs.
Ryan, what do you think about that?
I think he'll do all right. I mean, sometimes you need to shake things up to, get a guy back on track, and maybe moving him to the outfield is the right move.
I mean, he's tall enough that he should be out in the outfield.
Right. I mean,
the dude's 6'7".
Yeah, he's gonna rob a few guys.
Well, also too, what helps is the dude's got a fucking cannon.
Yeah.
I mean, 97 mile an hour from short to first. He's in center field. No one's gonna fucking run on him.
Then why don't you put him in right or left? Because that would be a lot easier. I think, wouldn't it?
Maybe because of his speed, he can cover more ground.
Well, what are the Pirates? What's center field dimensions for PNC or whatever the hell that park's called?
I have no idea. Let me look it up.
It's 4 or something. 390, 400, something like that.
Oh, Ronnie's looking it up real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Because it's like Ryan said, he's gonna rob a lot of home runs if to dead center.
Yeah, man.
Not that a lot of guys hit the ball dead center, but
the guys that do, their day just got a little bit harder.
Yeah, especially if he masters that too.
Yeah, sells that position.
And I know for a fact that they have a kid in the minors coming up that they really like. That's a shortstop. So this is probably a reason why they're moving him. I forget the kid's name, and hello, Christian.
I'm back.
Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, there was a debate. My dad had called me because my little brother said something crazy basketball-wise, and I had to help him out. Just had to tell him what he don't know and go from there.
Was it about LeBron and Kobe?
Nah, he was asking me who was the better defensive player, Tim Duncan or Kobe.
Oh, that could go on. That's a debate that can go on for hours.
That's actually a legitimate debate, yeah.
That's hard because it's two different. You're talking about down low defense compared to top of the key defense.
Yeah.
Well, Christian, what is your take on O'Neal Cruz being moved to center field?
He should have been there to begin with, because he was look. He has the build of an outfielder. Yeah.
So, John,
should have been there to begin with.
Answer your question. The deepest part of the field is left center, and it's 410.
And if there's a ball hit to dead center field, he could probably get it.
Yeah, 399 is dead center.
Yeah, the dead center, and depending on the height, he's gonna rob those dudes that try to get that dead center.
Center field is a 10-foot high fence.
But still, he jumps. He's over that 10-foot thing easy.
Oh yeah, it's gonna fit. It fits him, especially for the speed that he has.
And that's going to be another thing too. Like a lot of shots that are normally guys would hit to center field that might be doubles. He's going to cut that down drastically by just getting to the ball quicker.
Yeah, this might be one of those turning points in his career.
It could resurrect his career. Not that his career needs resurrecting, but it could certainly put him in Gold Glove territory.
Yeah, for sure.
But no.
What the fuck are the Yankees doing? Oh,
Yeah, they look like. I was there the other day, John. Listen,
Yeah.
I was there the other day. I was at Old Timers Day for the first
Really?
time ever. Yeah, and
You have to mention me with old timers.
yeah, yeah.
You want me to hang up yet again? In fact, you know what?
You know what? I'm gonna hang up with.
You didn't even do that. God damn it!
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important, space.
You weren't even trying to do that on purpose. That just came out
No,
like
I
that.
wasn't.
Yeah, that's the funny part. Get the fuck back in here, John.
Johnny, come back.
But, oh god damn it. No, because I was going to bring up Judge. Because Judge pretty much, I mean, other than what he's doing right now, is going to be, is hurting him in the Triple Crown race at least. Because I don't think he's gotten a fucking, I think he's over today. Let me see. Double check. Judge, no, he's 1 for 2. All right, so he's still, his batting average is still there.
All right, is John coming back? Because now I feel bad.
He's coming back. I don't know where the fuck he is. I'm trying to call him. It's like, motherfucker. Like, motherfucker. Unavailable. Bullshit. Get the fuck back in here, John. I'll start fucking being Susan Waltman. Come on, John.
You were at Yankee Stadium the other day.
Yes. Yeah, finish your story. I'll get him back in here. Finish your story, Christian.
Nah, like, you know, being an Old Timers Day was fun. And that was the only good thing about about Saturday, because the Yankees looked like pure crap on Saturday. I mean,
So who all they have in attendance?
It was for the I know for a fact it was for the 09.
It was for the 09 World Series title, because that made 15 years. There he is. Hello, John. He muted his mic. Unmute the mic, man.
Hi, welcome to Chili's. Emotional damage.
Anyway, finish your story, Christian.
Nah, I mean, it was just fun seeing.
Get your ass in here, John.
Nah, it was just fun seeing a whole bunch of like old Yankees and everything. The core four was there. CC was there. AJ Burnett was there. Dude, AJ Burnett is covered in tattoos.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I knew that.
No, like he's more covered in tattoos now.
Well, they showed him this year when he was at PNC.
A-Rod was there. Hey, you be respectful.
Not of A-Rod, no.
You be respectful.
Not at all. He doesn't deserve it.
You be respectful.
He is no Jeter. He's more...
Oh, definitely.
I mean, listen, A-Rod is kind of the reason a lot of other people that hated the Yankees became baseball fans. It was literally, think about it. It's the four shortstops. It's Ripken, Jeter, A-Rod, and Nomar.
I'm not a fan of A-Rod.
A lot of people aren't.
I've always been a fan. I didn't like him really when he was in Texas. I loved him in Seattle.
I've got one piece of A-Rod memorabilia, and it's a Kellogg mini bobblehead, and he is in Texas.
Yeah, I never liked A-Rod. Like, I think that's kind of when a lot of people started turning on baseball players, because A-Rod was the ridiculous contract when he was in Texas, because I loved him when he was in Seattle.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of A-Rod.
Those teams, those Seattle teams are probably the greatest teams to never win a title. The A-Rod, Griffey, Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez. Like, those teams were just freaking ridiculous. But no, so, Christian, you're bringing up the Yankees. And John, unmute your mic. I actually want you to answer this question. So, Judge right now...
What?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Okay, Methuselah.
What? What'd you say? I'm too old over here, damn it.
Why do you sound like you're about to... Why does it sound like you're about to star in Fiddler on the Roof?
Well, that's the same age I was born, the same year the movie came out, apparently.
And if I was a rich man... Then we're canceled. Hold on. I gotta do this to myself. We'll get the fucking... There we go.
You are racist.
But so right now, Judge, last time we were on, he was closing in on his 50th home run. He hit his 50th home run in 50. I think he's at 52 now. Christian, am I wrong about that?
I think he's at 51.
51 or 52?
I can look.
Yeah. He hit over 50. He's the third. This is his third season of hitting 50 plus more home runs. Only 4 other players have done that.
51.
So it's him and 4 other players. It's A-Rod, Babe Ruth, Mark McGwire, and Sammy Sosa.
Fuck McGwire.
They're the only 5 players to have 3 not consecutive, but 3 50-plus home run plus home runs in a season. His MVP, he's pretty much locked to win MVP. Like a bus could hit him and he's still going to win MVP. The question is he going to win the Triple Crown? He's 3, I think he's, after today, I think he's like 4 points behind, oh, God damn it, Bobby Witt Jr., who I don't know what he did today, but I know they fucking choked against the Guardians
of the Galaxy.
Yep. Couldn't. What did Bobby Witt do? Bobby Witt went 2 for 5. So he's at 346, and Judge is at 3. I think I read it was 333. So he's 10 points behind in batting average. So other than that, he leads RBIs. He leads that. Do you think Judge is gonna get the Triple Crown?
He very well could, because I don't see Witt holding this kind of pace up. I mean, the kid's good, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep the pace up for the rest of the year, because if the Royals aren't in contention, he's not going to knock himself out.
They're 1 game out of first.
He's also young too, so he's going to be sitting there. He's going to be trying to do something that he's not. You know, he's going to try too hard.
Like, let's put it this way: no matter what, the Royals look like they're gonna get in the playoffs because they're 3 games up in the wild card. No matter what, they're a game out of first in the Central, but they're 2 games up on the Twins for the second wild card spot. So.
Well, it also depends on their record coming up, who they're playing in the next couple weeks. I don't know what their schedule's like. I don't know who they're facing. So
I will pull it up.
Because if they got a tough schedule, it might be lights out for them.
So, John, let me ask you this: with what Aaron Judge is doing, Does this remind you? Where does this rank amongst like some of the best seasons you've seen from a baseball player? Because he just did this a couple years ago when he hit 62. So I guess it's a two-part question. the The first part is, where does this rank amongst like all the great seasons that you've seen from an individual player? And then secondly, could you see him surpassing his home run amount of 62?
Oh, doing the surpassing 62. Oh, that's going to definitely happen.
Okay.
I mean, on the pace he's going, he could I don't think he's gonna. I thought unless he goes on a crazy streak, beating Bonds. As much as I would love to see Bonds' record fall, because I hate that motherfucker
Yeah, we
with a
know.
passion. Yeah, I hate that big steroid-headed bitch. But anyway,
Sorry, you could say that he's still pretty much one of the greatest players of all time.
fuck it, I don't care. I said what I said.
I said what I said. He's one of the greatest players of all time.
Hey, you're entitled to say it, but I'm not gonna. I don't agree with it. But anyway, but as for your first question, there's been a lot of guys that have had dominating seasons that I've seen. There's only one guy. I mean, I don't remember the year, but there was a guy that played in one of the few guys that played for the Philadelphia team that I still like and respect. That had some great fucking seasons for them. Is a guy by the name of Michael Jack Schmidt. Played third base for the Phillies, man. That guy put up some fucking amazing seasons. And he won a lot of awards. I can't remember what season, but he put up a lot of good. Dave Parker in his prime put up some fucking amazing seasons for the Pirates. Juan Gonzalez, when Juan Gonzalez played for fucking Rangers, man. That guy was a fucking monster too. But I don't think I could. I'd have to do some research for that. But for the home run thing, I definitely see if Judge stays on pace, Judge is definitely going to break their record of 62. But can he break Bond's 70? Was it 73?
Yeah.
He will probably have to hit a home run a game to
Well,
break Bond's record, right?
Well, they got like 33 or 34 games left. It's possible if he hits a home run every game, then obviously he's going to break it. But even if he needs to hit what? He's got 20, he needs 20, was it 23? No, 22 more home runs to tie it. 23 to surpass him. He needs 23 home runs in the next 30-something days. It's not unreasonable or unfathomable that it could happen. Will it happen? Probably not. Will it be damn close? Probably. Because Judge is just that phenomenal of a player.
I have a feeling he's gonna end up with between 63 and 64 home runs.
I think he's gonna hit more than that.
So okay, I think I kind of want this this opinion from all of you. Which version of Aaron Judge would you rather have? This version now or 2022?
This version now.
Yeah, I think so.
This version now is cut down. He's cutting down the home as much as he's hitting home runs, but he's also cutting down the strikeouts.
Oh, definitely cut his strikeout totals.
Yeah.
Like if you pull up his strikeout totals from 2022 as opposed to now, I know they're very different. I don't have the exact number in front of me.
I'll pull it up.
But all I know is for a fact is like he's just having an amazing year. He's also healthy too. Correct me if I'm wrong, Christian. Was he out at all in 2022?
Not that I recall, but I know he missed a chunk of time last year, and I often say to people,
well, that was due to the toe, right?
Yeah, because honestly, I told Ronnie this yesterday. If Aaron Judge didn't get hurt last year, the Yankees are a playoff team.
Oh, totally agree with you on that one.
I mean, look, but see, here's the thing. I need to see Aaron do it in the postseason.
So he's
Like,
got
I think,
137 strikeouts this year.
And
like,
how much did it?
bad.
How many did he have?
I'll pull up 22.
Right, but then we gotta. I mean, you got to figure out how much. Well, it'll just say how much he had total, and we'll see where it goes from there.
175. So he's on pace for his average from 22.
But he's definitely cut down a little bit, though.
I mean, compared to that, yeah. I mean, he's at 137 now. He's 175. So yeah. I mean, it's possible that he's cut back. The way he's hitting shows that he's cut back.
And here's my thing too. He's just not hitting home runs. He's hitting singles, he's hitting doubles. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. That's what I mean. He's hitting. He's actually he's choking up on the bat and hitting the ball the opposite way if he needs to. He's not trying to go yard or strikeout.
He's come what a lot of people might consider a complete hitter now.
Yes.
He's not just, you can't just look at Aaron Judge and automatically assume home run hitter, because now he's become more of a complete hitter. Now he's more, I think Aaron Judge now is more dangerous than Aaron Judge when he was just hitting home runs.
Well, now, but you know what helps that, and that actually goes into the next topic. It has everything to do with who hits in front of him. It has everything to do with Soto.
Yeah, but here's the thing now. All right, let's play devil's advocate. If Juan Soto leaves the Yankees after the season's over.
I will, actually, this is where I'm going with this. So.
But my question is, Christian, I want you to answer. All of us are going to answer this, but Christian, I want you to really think about this. If he leaves, does this affect the team's psyche, and will this affect them going into next season?
Yeah, but like somebody on this panel said to me, Aaron Judge is gonna try and do all he can.
Yep, and I'll stick
and to convince Juan to stay, because Juan, like, look, I've seen him play up close 4 times this year. And I mean, these fans, John, absolutely love him. I mean, he became a quick fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? And I think there was a little bit of concern when he got traded to the Yankees, because he handled the bright lights that are New York. And yeah, he can. Like, look, I know I might sound biased when I say it, but me personally, Juan Soto and Aaron Judge, they're the best 1-2 tandem in baseball right now. I mean, they're scary. And look, I can't believe what I'm about to say, but you know what they kind of remind me of a little bit, John?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
It's almost reminiscent of like David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez.
I mean, you're not completely out of the realms of the truth on that one, but there's a little more of, I'm trying to find the right word. As good as those guys were, they are definitely not in the same realm as Judge and Soto together. They're totally different.
If you're going to go with that kind of analogy, you should almost go with someone who was more of a slap hitter there. It's almost like Piazza Ventura.
You're not wrong on that one either, but
I'm saying Ventura was your slap hitter, where Piazza was your power guy.
True. I'll agree with you on that one. But it's like, I don't know. It's going to be. It's a tough call when it comes to those guys, because as good as Aaron Judge is, and Aaron Judge is fucking phenomenal. He's a once in a lifetime player, and the Yankees managed to find these once in a lifetime players and bring them into the fold. I.e. Jeter, and then Mariano. You talk about Don Mariano, Don Mattingly.
Yeah. I
mean, it's like the Yankees seem to luck out in finding these once in a millennium type players, and they become megastars / Hall of Famers / icons in the sport. I don't know any other team in baseball that has had the amount of icons that the Yankees have had.
Yeah, the Yankees are.
Maybe if anyone, the Dodgers, even because of how the longevity of them.
The Dodgers have had a lot of legendary players, Ronnie, but not like the Yankees.
But you got to also remember, you're not just talking about. I'm not just talking about L.A. I'm talking about Brooklyn.
Say it right.
L.A. I'm also talking about Brooklyn.
I mean, Brooklyn, there was a lot of big names. I mean, you had Jackie, obviously.
But that's what I mean. Like, you look at the longevity, they had a lot of stars, too, that were there. But it's like, I'm not just talking about the New York Highlanders. Yes.
But, I mean...
I threw it all the way back to the 20s. Fuck you.
But here's the thing. Okay. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle.
Okay, hold on. You're saying all these names. Need we also have to remember the stint between the 70s and the 90s?
There was a lot of guys that played for the Yankees in the 90s that may not have been megastars, but in Yankee fans' eyes are considered icons.
I'm not talking about like
the Don Mattingly's.
Yeah, obviously. Don Mattingly also was one of the... should be in the fucking Hall of Fame for his fucking glove. But
I'm also talking about a guy who pitched. I'm talking about Ron Guidry. I'm talking guys like Willie Randolph, Thurman Munson.
Is Ron Guidry in the Hall of Fame?
He's not, and that's a tragedy.
Really?
He's not in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Yankee Hall of Fame. He is not in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Why is he in the Baseball Hall of Fame?
I do not know, but Ron Guidry, for those who don't know, Christian, I'm sure you could attest to this from Yankee history. Ron Guidry was one of the best left-handers the Yankees had in the 70s and 80s.
Yep.
He was lights out. The whole second strike fans coming to their feet was all because of him.
But here's the thing. So me and Christian were talking, and I agree. I think right now I think it's a two-man race. I know for a fact the Dodgers are probably not even going to deal with it because the Dodgers don't have the money to. But at the same time, too, I think you could say San Francisco, but I really don't think San Francisco is going to fucking deal with it. I don't think Soto's going to want to go to the West Coast.
Now, you know what it is? It's also I know he's probably not going to want to go out there, but also we got to look at it as, excuse me, his there's not going to be a lot of teams, if at all, that can afford him at this point because of what he's going to want.
I'm not even going with the affordability right this second. I'm saying if you just go off of teams that can be eligible and even with money, it's the Yankees, the Mets, and the Giants because the Dodgers have already priced themselves out.
Oh, but real quick, I pulled up Guidry's stats. He's got a career record of 170 and 91, 3.29 ERA, 4 saves, 1,778 strikeouts, and a WHIP of 1.184. I mean, granted, those don't scream Hall of Fame numbers, but those, for the time he played, they're friggin' amazing. Why he's not in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
And he was also... It beats me because, I mean, if he played now, he probably wouldn't be. But back then, those stats were amazing. I mean, he started 368 games. I dare you to find me a pitcher that just retired that had that many game starts.
Crazy.
So, all right.
I mean,
yeah.
God.
No, so what
I'm just saying that's my take on Guidry. I think Guidry should be a Hall of Famer, but writer's board, get on the fucking horse.
Well, I mean,
anyway.
But again, at the same time, too, I know you don't like him, but again, I said, like, someone like Barry Bonds.
Fuck him.
Should be in the Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame.
Fuck him.
You don't like him because he's an asshole. That's fine.
Now, I also don't like him because also I mean, no, he never did steroids.
No one's saying.
Fucking little body, big ass head.
Didn't he win 2 MVPs with Pittsburgh when he was not on any steroids?
I don't know. I didn't follow his career.
Yeah, he did. He won 2 with Pittsburgh when it was him and Bonilla.
At that rate, why not put Bobby Bonilla in the fucking Hall of Fame?
Bobby Bonilla didn't really have the numbers, especially when he was with the fucking Mets. But you look at that, at his stats. The dude has over 200 walks in 3 seasons. Like,
Yeah, because nobody wanted to fucking pitch to the big motherfucker.
he's one. Yeah,
I mean,
he's literally
Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa had the same fucking walk totals, probably.
No, Bonds' walk total was ridiculous. The 2004 season. Let me pull up his 2004.
I mean, you got to figure when McGuire was going for the record, you don't think people went out of their way to pitch to walk him intentionally so they wouldn't be the pitcher that gave up the record tying home run?
Surprisingly, I don't ever remember him really getting walked.
Yeah, but he was getting a lot of pitches to fucking hit. I could guarantee you that.
I'll say this. Listen, okay, here. Out of his 22 seasons, he got walked 2,558 times.
Okay. And your point?
2004, he walked 232 times, and he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roughly like 6 seasons with over 150 walks.
Again, that goes back to that pitch. Those pitchers didn't want to be the one that gave up the record tying or record breaking home run. And it's like for years, Steve Traxel was a footnote because he's the one that gave up the 60-second home run to fucking McGuire.
I remember that.
Yeah, but
I do too, because I have the game on. I actually have the whole game recorded somewhere.
Bonds also, but the other thing is too is as much as people don't want to say that, Bonds legitimately has 4 of the greatest batting averages of all time.
Yeah, but honestly,
Out of
you know why? You know why Barry Bonds doesn't really get the love that he gets?
He was a dick to the writers.
Because he's an asshole.
Yeah. Not saying.
Thank you.
I'm not saying, but here's the thing. But that's the problem, and it always goes back to that. That's the problem. He may be an asshole, but on the field, he's one of the greatest to ever do it.
Not
You know
my
who
eyes.
else? You know who else is almost talked about in the same realm, but
Besides A-Rod?
he actually is a Hall of Famer?
Who?
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
You don't really hear about Kobe being mentioned as one of the all-time greats. We know how great he was, but it's because he was an asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but here's the one thing I'll say about Kobe. And I'm not a basketball fan, but yet I was always aware of him. Kobe, when he was on the court, garnered a level of respect from other teams and other teams' fans.
Absolutely.
But as opposed to old Big Head with the Giants, every stadium he went into,
They booed him.
they booed the fuck out of him.
Nah, they would boo Kobe sometimes too.
They boo
Yeah,
Kobe
but you know what?
hard.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sorry. You pull up a video of Kobe getting booed and Bonds getting booed. I guarantee you were to measure him, Bonds is going to get booed a ton more
Oh,
because
fuck.
because he wasn't respected by anybody because of his personality, his off the field shit that he pulled, and he pulled a lot of off the field shit that a lot of people don't like him for, which is one of the main reasons why I don't like the bastard. But it's just like he wasn't a nice and also, Ronnie, you said it. He was a dick to the writers. He used to verbally talk down to the writers like they were nothing.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Okay, he was a dick to the writers. Listen, I flat out say that he's a dick to the writers. Here's the problem. What did he do on the field? As a baseball player, what did he do on the field? He's one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
But see, when you're measured by how you handle yourself off the field, and that's probably why Jeter is so revered, because not only was Jeter a great player on the field, he was a true professional not only on the field.
Jeter also kept himself out of the spotlight.
Bingo.
But here's the thing. But okay, but then we're really gonna fall, and then you go back to say someone like, look at Pete Rose and how we all say Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. And yet
I will always fight for Pete Rose when it comes.
But that's what But again, someone that gambled on baseball, not anything, but then someone that was a dick to the writers. Like, it's all the stuff that we're talking about is stuff they did off the field, not on the field. We're talking about Barry Bonds, what he's doing to the writers. Not the fact that Barry Bonds should be considered one of the greatest hitters and one of the most dangerous hitters of all time. Pete Rose, one of the most nastiest players of all time.
But you know what it is, and I'm going to say this about Bonds too, and it's like, for those first time listening, I'm just going to say one of the reasons why I'm not a big Barry Bonds fan is because during the 1994 strike, when the players went on strike in 94, Barry Bonds came out in an interview. I don't know if it was in print or on video or on
was
thing,
on news. It was news because I remember hearing about that.
That he went out and he said, I can't afford to, it's like, I can't afford my this, that, and the other thing. You're making millions and millions and millions of dollars, and you can't afford something?
Wasn't he going through? I'm not even sure. Wasn't he going through a divorce?
Yeah, he claims, I can't afford my alimony payments. I can't afford my child support payments because the owners are taking too much from us. Bitch, fuck you. There are people out in this world that are making less money that can afford to do it. But you can't. You won't be able to buy that sports car this week, or you won't be able to take the trip with that stripper or the other stripper that you want to go out with this week. But no, you're complaining about your fucking mortgage payments.
But isn't that kind of what we're in now? I mean, I literally have said the exact same fucking thing about Chris Sale when COVID hit. I'll be the first one to say it.
No, it wasn't Chris Sale. No, it wasn't Chris Sale. It was Blake Snell.
But I'll say it flat out. I'm the first one to fucking say it. Because I said...
And he's a dick, too. I don't like him either.
But I understood, like, I think the reasoning for how he said it was wrong, but I understood what he meant. Like, okay, fine. We shouldn't be out there because of this. Bitch, you're making millions of dollars... no matter what, staying at home, and you got paid. Like, no, like, there's no argument for you on that one because you could, but like, for Barry Bonds to sit there and, okay, he may have been a dick off the field, but again, you put anything that's off the field aside, guess what? Jordan was a dick too.
He still is.
But we all consider him one of the greatest ever.
One of.
But you know what?
You get my point.
But I'm going to say this, and I got to retort. I got to retort to what you just said about off the field stuff like that. When certain players of any sport, when their off the field antics start to catch up to them and start to add up to the point where it overshadows what they've done on the field, then we got a problem.
But that's okay. You know what? Before we really dive into this, Ryan's been quiet through this. I want Ryan's opinion on this because I want to bring him in.
What?
Yeah. The conversation about the whole thing with Bonds and...
What about it?
Well, what's your opinions on it? Have you been paying attention, or were you off in the distance.
That's all. I had to take a piss.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
And freshen up my coffee, so I went and did that.
All right, well, then never mind.
At least you didn't hear me taking a piss. I'm sorry.
Okay, Chris.
No, nobody's taking a Chris shit right now, okay?
What? On record?
No, so
Still
all right,
gets
so
him. Still
so,
gets him.
So
Still
I'm
gets him.
saying
Oh,
that
God.
Barry Bonds is one of the greatest to ever play the game. I think Barry Bonds is the greatest. Is the greatest to do it.
He's one of, but you have to put an asterisk by his name because we all know that he did fucking roids.
But you guess what? So did God knows how many people. Judge is one of the first people that we can actually sit here and say is a clean fucking player.
Yeah, but it was like seriously notable. Like,
oh, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it wasn't.
But I mean, I'm not going to say that Barry Bonds was a shit player because Barry Bonds wasn't a shit player. I had the pleasure of seeing him play live one time.
But here's the thing: the difference is Terry Callaway has come out and said during the whole thing with Bonds, because he was in the fucking office, and this is from FAN that he said this. The Major League Baseball never once came in and told them they were testing for steroids.
So what? They were just dropping randoms?
No. They never said, like, if they did a piss test, they never said, hey, they tested for drugs, that like weed and shit like that, like narcotics. They never said they were testing for anything like anabolics or anything like that, because guess what? He would have told them to stop it.
I'm not going to say that he's like the greatest of all time, but he's up there.
No, but he's definitely one of the greatest to play the game, maybe of the modern era. For power, like definitely for power hitters. Because listen, you could say after the strike, because McGuire and Sosa were the guys that revived the game.
Well, both of them were fucking cheaters too. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say Bonds is the only one that was guilty of it. He wasn't. Yeah, McGuire did it. Sosa did it. Rafael Palmeiro did it. There was a lot of guys that came out. What was the name of that report?
Falco.
The Falco report. A lot of players' names came out on that.
But here's the thing. McGuire never denied doing it.
Jesus Christ, you look like fucking Popeye.
No, but I'm saying, in front of Congress, he never denied doing it.
Palmeiro did.
Well, Palmeiro was a fucking moron because then he pissed hot.
He came out and lied in front of Congress, said, I never took steroids.
McGuire?
Bitch, you lie.
Not Randy. Roger Clemens never lied in front of Congress about it. He bitched about it in front of Congress, but he never lied about it.
Because you know what? See, that's the one thing I don't understand. It's like, I understand steroids for hitting because it makes you hit the ball harder and farther and all that crap. I get that. But for pitchers, what does it really do for pitchers?
Heal. So it heals faster. HGH makes you heal up faster.
But like I said, I understand, but you know,
also makes you grow muscle faster and
so
later.
Like when Andy Pettitte, and this is the worst part, when Andy got busted for it, he flat out said, "Hey, I used it so I could recover faster." Because he had Tommy John surgery.
Right.
So if you're using it, I think if you're going to use it to recover, that's fine.
But you know, here's the thing. Now, was HGH approved for pitcher? Because I think
no.
When
he got caught, he was suspended for 50 games.
Clemens was?
No, Pettitte.
Pettitte was.
Pettitte. Yeah, Andy was.
I don't remember him ever being suspended for that.
He was suspended for HGH. When he was with the Astros.
Yeah, when he was with the Astros. I remember that.
I don't remember that. That's why I really don't remember that.
He was trying to get back on the field. Because he was dealing with an elbow injury.
I thought it was Tommy John.
Nah.
No, he had elbow and shoulder issues. He never had Tommy John. He never had the surgery because he never
And
was
look,
out
I'll
for a
still
year.
continue to say it. I think Andy Pettit deserves to be in the Hall of
It's
Fame.
you and me both.
Oh, I agree with it totally, because nobody's got a postseason record better than him.
Look, I remember in 07 when we played the Cleveland, when they were the Indians in the ALDS. You remember the Nat game with Jabba? You remember that?
Yeah.
I do.
I remember Tim Ming Wang pitched game 1 and he looked absolutely terrible.
Torn
But-
flexor tendon. He did have
Yeah,
surgery. It wasn't
but-
Tommy John, but it was close enough.
He pitched Andy Pettit pitched in game 2 and he gave the Yankees 7 innings and he only gave up I think 1 or 2 runs. Like he kept the Yankees in that game. It was the Yankees bullpen that screwed up.
So I'm looking at it now. When he was with the Astros, it was the 05 season. He got suspended because he was shortened by elbow surgery to repair a torn flexor tendon. And then he got suspended for HGH, which he said he only took 2 days of, but it was enough in his system when he pissed hot.
I get what you're saying, but it's just like,
well, that's the stint. That's the stink on that. Unfortunately, that's the stink on Pettit to where no one, the writers aren't going to put him in, and that's a shame. Like I'm sorry.
I think he's still on the ballot. Isn't
He's
he
still
still
on the ballot because people are still voting for him to keep him on the ballot. He hasn't got knocked off the ballot yet. Because once people hear that, they're like, oh well, he did this. No, it's bullshit. Like it's not bullshit, but like he should be in the Hall of Fame. So should Bonds.
Totally.
So should So should Bonds. So should McGuire. I can say as much as Sosa should be in, I don't think he actually, in my opinion, had the stats that were good enough to get him in. But that's my opinion on that one. Also, I mean, the cork bat kind of fucked him over too.
Oh, totally. That totally screwed him up. That pretty much killed his career with that one. You know, that pretty much. I remember that game too. I think that there was one other player that got that, and that was a guy by the name of Chris Sabo. I don't know if any of you guys remember him.
Yeah.
He had the cork bat, and it actually exploded on the field, and he's like, "Oh, that's not my bat." Bet it was your bat. Mm-hmm.
But no, like that's the thing. Bonds needs but beside the point. Like, yes, you could be an asshole off the field, but in reality, I think you need it's one thing to be an asshole off the field, but you still. It's how you played the game. I don't like the fact the writers take what you do off the field into consideration of how you should be considered as a Hall of Famer. That's just me.
I mean, you're not out of the. I don't disagree with you, and for that matter, but it's just with me. It's just certain guys, just kind of. I don't know. It just doesn't ring out to me.
Cause like I said, like the one thing I said, like everyone wants to talk about the whole thing with Pete Rose. Okay, I agree. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, but you're gonna now affect what he does off the field. The only difference is with Pete Rose, what he did off the field actually affected what was on the field.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Allegedly. There's
Allegedly.
No,
Let's just.
There's actual what.
There's no concrete proof.
Yeah. There's no slips.
Yeah. This ain't what's his name, Shohei Ohtani's guy.
All right. So last thing I want to talk about baseball, then we'll get into our picks for football, and we'll talk a little week 0. Me and Christian were talking about this. Like I said, Soto is going to be a free agent next year.
We know this.
we also know that he's going to be getting somewhere probably around $60 to $70 million a year. I think, personally, my opinion, I think he's staying in New York, no matter what. With that being said, with Soto in the lineup, which is a deadlier first four? And I'll use this as an example. So for the Yankees, I'm going to say Volpe is probably going to be your leadoff guy. Then Soto, Judge, Stanton. And for the Mets, Lindor, Soto, Alonso, Vientos.
Tell you, that kid Vientos came out of nowhere this year, man.
What is if Soto gets in one of those lineups, what first four is deadlier?
It's tough to discern because you don't know if you don't know if Pete's going to stay a Met.
I'm saying, like, just say he signs. That's what I'm saying. Just say that he signs. Okay, even if he doesn't, then you have, what's his name? Fucking the catcher for the Mets would be
Alvarez.
Alvarez would go into that spot.
Alvarez right now, they gotta work with him because this year
I know, but I'm saying that power wise he would probably be the 3-hitter. So use those as an example. Just say Alonso for right now though. What is a deadlier first four?
Because there's a guy that you didn't mention. I don't know if you mentioned him or not. Did you mention Jason Dominguez?
No.
Because that kid's going to be back next year. And Christian, I need your help on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Dominguez, if he's healthy, he's fucking dangerous as all hell.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think.
And he's got.
I don't think they would put him behind Judge.
You can put him before or after Judge because that kid's got wheels too.
He wouldn't be a leadoff hitter.
He's got because I tell you, DJ LeMahieu ain't gonna be here next year. Anthony Rizzo ain't gonna be here next year.
No, that's why I said I think Volpe is gonna be your leadoff. I think they're gonna really start sticking to having Volpe as their leadoff.
Nah, I get pissed off when they put Alex Verdugo.
Dude, don't.
Yeah.
How do you do? But no, so honest question. If you put Soto into those two lineups, who is the deadlier lineup?
I still got to give it to the Yankees, unfortunately, because the Mets don't have the dominating force that the Mets do. As good as the Mets lineup is, if everybody signs and everybody stays and everything's that, the Mets are a dominating force. But I'm sorry, a 1-2 punch of Soto and Judge, healthy both guys, it's friggin' scary. I'm not going to deny it. But unfortunately, the one thing this team hasn't had, and Christian, agree or disagree, if the Yankees if one of those guys was out for a length of time, this team would be a drastically different looking team.
Yeah.
Win-loss wise. Because the only reason the Yankees are where they are this year is because of those two guys. Because that's it.
Soto, yeah.
Because I'm sorry, 1 through 7 are not. There's nothing to write home about.
Right.
And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm not saying that to be derogatory. It's just an honest God fact.
I think the one thing that the problem is got to be one of the things that no one talks about is you don't have somebody behind. Like the problem is it's just those two. If you have somebody if Stanton stayed healthy, Stanton behind Judge you're not fucking with that. And if you can get someone to load and to get on base at the leadoff, you end up him and Soto because it dramatically changes how you play that lineup. it dramatically changes how you do it. Because you're not going to then, like, if Soto gets on, you're not walking Judge, because you're not going to, you're not doing that. Like, especially when you get later into games, like, it has a lot to do with how you play that game, how you play it. Ryan, what do you think?
I think you're right.
Like, which one would you say is a... Well, okay, better question. What would you say is a deadlier lineup? Like the Yankees with Judge, Stanton, and Judge to Volpe, Stanton... it would be Volpe, Soto, Judge, Stanton. For the Mets, it would be Lindor... Because Lindor is going to be the leadoff man going from here on out. They figured that out.
Okay.
Soto, if Alonso resigns, Alonso, and then Mark Vientos.
Still think it's the Yankees.
Okay. I think as much as the Yankees were there, I think I wouldn't want to. That's a deeper. The Mets would have a deeper first four, because that's a opening lineup that you don't want to fuck with, because Lindor's a double machine. Then you had Soto that could hit to any side of the field. Alonso and Vientos are power. And that's dangerous. But but Judge is the best to play the game now. Yeah, I mean, it's still, like, you need that protection in front and behind him. Because Bobby Wood Jr. is not walking through that door anytime soon. But, yeah, no, that's definitely my opinion on that. I mean, what else do you guys think?
I got nothing else to say on it, but...
Christian? Oh, he's on mute. Alrighty then, we will dive into college football. NFL will start next week, because NFL officially starts next week. And we'll do our normal shtick with their pick'ems. This year, we're not really changing much when it comes to college football. We have 16 games to pick from this week, because, God forbid, week 0 actually had some good fucking games, surprisingly. So, Georgia Tech beaten for Florida State was the biggest upset of the game. Montana State beating New Mexico. This is the thing that's interesting. No one covered the spread, and 3 out of the 4 games went under. I don't think I've ever seen something like that. But then again, Vegas is, like, not really being too well with this shit. The odds are a little bit ridiculous. I'm trying to find out where Christian is so he make his picks. I got... Alright, actually, hold on a minute, I need to find something. I have the book, I need the other book so I can write down our picks. Talk amongst yourselves. Rhode Island, it's neither a road nor an island, discuss.
I'm in Delaware. Wow.
I'm in Delaware.
That's the only joke I remember from Wayne's World. That's the only joke I remember right now.
Martha, we love you. It was like butter. Like butter. Like a big fat stick of butter. Oh, there you are. shit go? I had the fucking paperwork. I don't know where the fuck it went. Go figure. Well, Christian should be joining back up soon. I don't know where the fuck he went.
Where is he? Isn't he?
He's here. He's on mute.
Oh, maybe he had to take another phone call.
All right, there we go. There we are. All right. Yeah, don't worry, guys. We all kind of shit the bed. We all got the picks right, but God forbid we couldn't fucking get the spreads.
What, talking about Florida State, Georgia Tech?
Yep, we all took.
We
all took the Florida State Seminole Vesicles.
Yeah, I mean, look. If anything, that game is solely on Mike Norvell because he didn't allow DJ Uyunglele to be DJ Uyunglele.
Oh, did you hear what his excuse was?
No, what?
Jet lag.
Fuck out of here.
Legitly, he says, "Oh, it was jet lag." Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, okay. Nah, but give Georgia Tech a lot of credit. They literally were dominant at the line of scrimmage. They punched Florida State in the mouth and they ran the football and they kept running the football until Florida State could stop it, which they couldn't.
So the big thing in the next year, they announced already the thing. It's going to be Iowa State versus K-State.
In Ireland?
Yep. Yep. I'm actually that's going to be, that should be fun. But, all right. Other than that, I really don't have anything else. The island fucking just sucked, so we'll talk about that down the road. But let's dive into week 1.
All right, let's do that.
And we will open up with the first game of the week, which is tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The Howard Bison come in to New Jersey to take on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, which I think is kind of funny that Rutgers is kicking off the season, is officially kicking off week 1 with them kicking off the birthplace of college football. It's kind of cool. I was supposed to go to this game, but can't make it. Rutgers is a 36.5-point favorite. Now,
Rutgers.
let's face it, they're gonna beat the Bison, but do they cover?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I like I like Rutgers.
Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Rutgers.
Yeah. All right. So the next couple ones, if these spreads are ridiculous, it's more do they cover or not? Because next game is Temple taking on Oklahoma. This game opened at 39.5 for the spread. It is now up to 42.5. Oklahoma's gonna beat Temple, but do they cover? I'm taking Oklahoma to cover.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma should win this game. I'm going to be paying attention to them a lot this year, just due to the simple fact they're going to be in a tougher conference now. I mean, the SEC it's a gauntlet because you have, whereas in the Big 12, it was you and Texas. Like, you guys were the class of the Big 12. Now you got to go through Georgia. You got to go through Alabama. You got to play Tennessee. You got to play Ole Miss, LSU. So they're in a more competitive state of mind now than what they were in the Big 12.
Yeah, I mean, Nebraska, old school Nebraska ain't walking through that door anytime soon. But yeah, I agree with that. Oklahoma is going to roll over Temple. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Next game, Penn State goes into Country Road to take on West Virginia. The game opened at Penn State 10. West Virginia is taking money now. It is an 8-point spread. Penn State's favored going into West Virginia. Personally, I think this needs to be a statement game for Penn State.
Yeah, I agree. If you want to get your season off started on the right foot, on the right note, these are the games that you have to win. Yeah. You're on the road, you're going into a hostile environment, and not only do you have to face the football team, you got to figure out how you're going to navigate the crowd, and I think they're going to do that just fine. But like, my thing is this, I think all the pressure on the world of the world is on James Franklin.
Yep.
At this point, remember when Jim Harbaugh had all that pressure on him? He can't win big games. That's the same thing right now that we can apply to James. Because
I said it at the beginning of the year. If James Franklin does not make the college football playoff this year, he's gonna get fired.
Yeah, I agree. I just need to see more from the Penn State offense, because we know they can run the ball and we know they're great defensively, but it's almost like they're kind of like the same thing as Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? Just getting inconsistent play from the most important position, which is quarterback. I think Penn State wins this game, but West Virginia is going to make it tough.
So then, do you have them covering? Do you think they win by more than 8, or do you think 8? You think it's going to be less than a touchdown?
I could see Penn State winning by a touchdown, like a 27-20 type of game.
Okay. John, what do you think?
I agree with Christian.
All right, and I'll get Ryan's when he gets back.
Yeah, I got to go take a you-know-what real quick, too. I'll be right back. So you guys got to... No, I'm not going to say it again, even though Christian's laughing. I didn't even fucking say it. You know what? I got to go take a crapis, so...
All right. So, next game, Fresno State takes on Michigan. Fresno State is a 20... This game opened at Michigan minus 21. Now it went down a half point to 20.5. The biggest thing is the total opened at 48.5 is now 45.5. The over is going to hit, and I think they're going to cover. I got Michigan beating Fresno.
Yeah, and this is a game where Michigan has to focus on what's in front of them. Now, I know I've said this damn near every year since I've started contributing for you guys, and I think I've said it on every show, and even on the site when I'm writing game previews. Michigan needs to focus on what's in front of them, because they have that big game next week in the Big House. Handle your business against Fresno State. It's under the lights. It's Saturday night. It's the Big House. It's your first game as national champions. You have a bullseye on your back now, but do not take Fresno State lightly, because the minute you slip up, they're going to take advantage of it. Remember last year, Notre Dame and Louisville?
Yep.
And look how Notre Dame slipped up. Louisville capitalized on it, and they punched Notre Dame in the mouth, and Notre Dame was never able to recover from that. Michigan, I think Michigan has to start early, and they cannot let their foot off the gas. But I like Michigan in this one.
John, Michigan, Fresno State.
Christian, who do I care about?
Yeah, Michigan. Michigan's going to win this. Yeah, Michigan is going to be the better team.
Yeah, but John, you just missed it. But I just said Michigan has a huge game next week against the Texas Longhorns, right? And one thing you've always heard me say is, you got to focus on what's in front of you. That big game is going to be on the schedule regardless of what happens, whether you win, whether you lose, whether you tie. They could not take Fresno State lightly, because if they do, Fresno State's going to make them pay for it.
No, I think if this game was 21 and a half, I'd be taking Fresno to cover. But because this game is 20 and a half, they'll get the 3 touchdowns and then shut it down. That's honest to God how I look at it. Rye, you back?
Yeah.
All right. Penn State, West Virginia.
Who's your favorite?
Penn State by 8.
I'll go with Penn State and Michigan.
Okay. And you're caught up. All right, boys, we're going to the island. Actually, no, we're going to UCLA because the island is going to LA, to where UCLA opens as a 17-point favorite with a total of 55.5 against Hawaii, but is now at UCLA minus 14. So will UCLA beat Hawaii by 2 touchdowns after their, kind of mediocre win over the worst FCS team in conference?
Christian, do you want to just say it now and save yourself the trouble?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. Well, Hawaii. I don't think Hawaii's going to win. I actually have UCLA beating Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were gonna say, "Man, don't nobody care."
Hey, look, that's my other version of saying ain't nobody care.
You get a chance to talk. Just make a quick pick on this, Christian. What do you got? UCLA or Hawaii?
I'll take UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA.
Right.
UCLA.
All right. Big game. 7 o'clock. Going down to Texas. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame taking on the Texas A&M Aggies. Notre Dame is a 3-point dog going into this game. Opened up. Hold on.
Severino just got drilled, and now he can't even. He's having a hard time even standing up.
I'm watching it.
Oh no.
If Severino goes down, we're fucked. He can't even stand. They're showing clips of him. He can't even stand on his own.
No, he's standing on his own. He's just limping.
He took it off his left foot. It looks like.
Yeah. But all right, so this game opened up.
If he's out, we're fucked so bad.
So, all right, so this game opened up at A&M 1.5 with a total of 49. This game now went up to 3 with a total of 46.5. Personally, this game means everything for both teams, but at the same time means nothing for both teams, because I think you're going to get 3 teams. You're going to get 3 possible 3 losses, depending on who the losses are, to make the playoffs this year. But in Texas A&M culture, anytime Texas A&M scores a touchdown, you got to kiss your date. There's going to be a lot of making out going on in fucking the 12th man. Give me A&M.
A&M.
And Christian, you are reviewing this. What is your keys?
First one of the year. I think the biggest storyline is Mike Elko taking over for Jimbo Fisher, because look, Texas A&M, they paid Jimbo Fisher a lot of money to turn this program around, and now they're paying him a lot of money not to even coach this program. Bingo, they bought him out. Also, Mike Elko had Riley Leonard as the starting quarterback last year with Duke. They were on the same sideline. Over a year later now, they are going to be against one another. Mike on the Texas A&M sideline and Riley Leonard on the Notre Dame sideline. And I've been saying this about Notre Dame for years now. Everything is in place for them. They can run the football. They have a strong offensive line, and defensively, they're going to be one of the best units in college football. And I knew that defensive trend was going to continue under Marcus Freeman. But can they get quality play from the quarterback? And can they get consistent play from the quarterback? I think that's the most important question right there. And Riley Leonard is cut from the Josh Allen and with the Buffalo Bills. He's cut from that cloth. A guy that he's bigger, guy that can stand tall in a pocket, absorb hits, take hits, run, make a throw with a moving pocket, can extend plays with his feet. And Texas A&M, Connor Wagman, um, he has to do Connor Wagman things. He can't struggle because this Notre Dame defense, they're gonna throw a ton of different looks at him. They're gonna throw a lot of exotic pressures, a lot of blitzes. They're gonna contain him, and all I know is if I'm Notre Dame, I'm attacking Texas A&M's secondary. That I think this is going to be a defensive struggle. I really do. I could see about the winner of this game having at least 24 points to determine the outcome of this game and the matchup I'm looking forward to. I want to see how this Notre Dame offensive line without Joe Alt is going to be against a pretty formidable Texas A&M defensive front. That to me could determine the outcome of this game. I preview this one on Saturday. Be on the lookout.
So, with that being said, just out of curiosity, you have a 24. Would you look at an under for this? Because the over under is 46. If you're looking at 24 for the winner, most likely that you're thinking that it's going to probably go like roughly around 21, 24. So you're probably looking at an under.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a defensive struggle. Here I wrote down some keys, Ronnie. If you don't mind, I'll read those to you. But when I look at, when I look at this game, that 12th man is going to be rocking, right? So Notre Dame is going to win this game if they can make life difficult for Connor. If they can limit his playmaking, even if they don't completely take him away, but they make it challenging for him, they're going to win this game. And, this is where Notre Dame is going to show. They have one of the best defenses in the country. And Texas A&M, they're going to win this game if Connor is Connor. And their pass defense can show signs of improvement because they really struggled last year to prevent the big play from getting up from
60 seconds.
They struggled to prevent the big play up and down the field last year. Like I said, Kyle Field, it's going to be jumping, but those are the two things that I'm looking forward to. Can Notre Dame, can they limit Connor's playmaking, and can Connor be Connor still? And whichever one can execute more consistently is going to win the football game.
Okay. Ryan, what are you? Notre Dame, A&M?
Give me Notre Dame.
Give you the Irish? All right. Now, going into another Thursday game. UNC is a 2-point favorite over Minnesota. The total is 55.5. Minnesota was a 1.5 point favorite.
10 seconds.
And UNC has gotten bet up to 2. I think this is fool's gold. I think UNC has nothing with Drake May and... Well, so much for that fucking call to stand. Give me Minnesota. Row the fucking boats. Give me the upset. Give me Minnie.
I agree with you.
This is Minnesota and North Carolina.
Yep.
Yeah, I know these two played last year. Minnesota, they gave North Carolina all they could handle, but I think it's going to be different this time around. I am taking Minnesota in this one.
Yep. No Drake May. No
Tez Walker.
Yep. Ryan, what about you? Tar Heels or the Beavers? Or the Golden Gophers, sorry.
The Gophers.
Minnesota. Which we got their...
John says it best.
Minnesota.
There you go.
We have their quarterback. We have their former quarterback. All right. So, I have to preference this one before we really go into this. no one's going to really understand why this is a thing, but this is a rivalry game that no one talks about because it hasn't been a rivalry in the last 20 years. The school, this is Army at home. They're saying they're a 32-point favorite, which I don't like Vegas putting this, against Lehigh. The reason this is a rivalry is because in the 80s, these two teams hated each other. Lehigh used to always have a good FCS college team. They're not a good, they're not a team that would be bowl eligible or anything like that. But they always seem to get up for Army because Army is one of those teams where it's an old school tradition game. 32 points for Vegas is literally putting this as it's Army. This team's an FCS team. They're not going to get up. I don't think Lehigh is going to beat Army. 32, though, is way too much. Army wins. Lehigh covers. So, give me Army to win, but Lehigh covers.
Army.
Christian?
I'm going Lehigh.
Okay.
I'm going Lehigh. You know what I really wanted to say?
Don't nobody care.
Yeah, because I really don't care.
No, but that's the thing. That's a game that, unless you actually dive into college football like that, you're not gonna know about that. Those are the type of games no one's gonna give a shit about Villanova versus Youngstown State. Because no one even realizes that Youngstown State has a football team. And that they're the only college with a fucking penguin as a mascot. All right.
Penguin slander.
No, we'll go with some horn frog slander though. Thank you for that segue. TCU goes into California to take on the fucking Trees. They're a 9.5-point favorite to go against the Stanford Cardinals. The total came down from 61 to 59, as well as the regular TCU was a 10.5-point favorite, got bet down to 9.5. Give me the Horned Frogs. Hypno Toad for the win. John?
What teams are these now?
TCU versus Stanford.
Give me Stanford.
Christian?
I'm going to go TCU here. I know last year was a letdown, but they lost a large chunk of that team that went to the title game in 2022. Yeah, I'm gonna take TCU here.
Okay, Ryan.
TCU.
Hook 'em Horned Frogs. All right, now this one I have to preference something real quick too, because I'm gonna have a little fun with this one. All right, it is UConn going into Maryland. UConn was a 24.5-point dog. Now they are a 20.5-point dog. The total went down to 44.5. I will stand by it. I am sorry, but Tua's brother is gone. I think people forget that Tua's brother's not in Maryland anymore. Maryland has lost 90% of their fucking team to the draft or the transfer portal. It is a brand new team, brand new quarterback. UConn may not have a full-time quarterback, but guess what? They have brought back 90% of that defense still. Give me UConn to upset Maryland.
Sounds good.
Christian?
Where's the game at?
It's in Maryland.
I'm taking Maryland.
Rye?
Was it Maryland or who?
The Huskies, UConn.
UConn.
Because you got to get ready for that Big 12 stint that they're about to go to. Jesus Christ. All right. Christian, your second game on the list. Clemson takes on UGA, the Georgia Bulldogs. They are a 13.5 point favorite with a total of 48.5. You're previewing it. What's your keys to it?
Yeah, well, you remember there used to be a time when I once feared the Clemson Tigers, and now I don't get that sense of fear anymore when I play them. You know what I'm saying? Dabo hasn't really taken advantage of the transfer portal. They've gotten very inconsistent play at quarterback. You know, I think this is a make or break year, not only for Dabo Sweeney, but for Cade Klubnik as well. There was so much hype surrounding him, but the jury is still out on him. But one thing I do know about Clemson is they're going to have one of the greatest defenses in the country. Um, there's just certain teams you identify with, with their strength, and that defense is a staple amongst this group. And as far as Georgia, they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder. This team hasn't lost. This team has lost as many games in the last 3 years as they've won championships, which is two. Just let that sink in. And those two losses have come to the same team, Alabama. But Georgia, they regroup. Kirby Smart is the best coach in college football. Carson Beck is a Heisman candidate this year. No, they don't have Brock Bowers, but everyone else is going to step up.
The tight end they still have now is probably just as good as Brock.
Right, and I think he's going to continue that productivity at tight end. And again, what's the one thing we identify with Georgia, Ronnie? What's their biggest strength? They run the football. They have a great offensive line, and most importantly, they do what? They play defense.
Anything in the 5-yard line, good luck.
Right. So I remember when these two played in 2021. This was the game that kind of made me pay more attention to the Georgia Bulldogs, because I'm just saying to myself, okay, this Ronnie, I even told you, don't be surprised if Georgia wins a championship that year. And look at what happened.
Oh yeah,
they won a championship that year. I think this is going to be a defensive struggle early on, because when they met the first time, it was a true defensive struggle. I think this is going to be a struggle within maybe the first 2 quarters of the game, going into the third quarter. Who can ever pull away in the fourth quarter is going to win the game. I do preview this one on Friday. And another thing I'm also looking at in this game, can Clemson's offensive line, which is average at best, can they handle what Georgia's defensive front is about to bring? Because they're going to throw a lot of different looks at Cade. I can't wait to preview this one. I can't wait to watch this one.
Yep. All right. John, who are you taking, Clemson or Georgia?
I'll take Clemson.
Okay. Rye?
Clemson.
Yeah, I would do the UGA rolls song, but yeah, UGA rolls all night long, and the Georgia Dome. Give me UGA. The Mean Machine of the Red and Black. All right. Speaking of the Red and Black, we'll go to the team that they like to play soon in the middle of November. We're going to the Swamp, to where Miami is a 2.5 point favorite over the Gators of Florida. The total is 53.5. Ryan, you don't have to answer. I know you're taking Miami.
Sure.
But the problem is they're going to be MIA, because chomp Gators. It's in the Swamp. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust. I know Christian's probably going to say this too. I do not trust Cristobal. The big reason for this game, you're telling me Florida is a 2.5 point dog at home? in an in-state rivalry game? Bullshit. Bull to the shit. Gators chomp all night. Cristobal will cost them this game. Give me the Gators.
Gators.
Yeah, I like the Gators as well. I just think they're the better coach team, and they're the better all around group. As a football team, if this game were in Miami, I would be leaning toward the Hurricanes, but I just think that crowd in Gainesville is they're gonna be big time.
If this game was in Miami, this would be a 5-point spread. Or if this game was in Miami, it'd be a 5-point spread, and Miami would probably be heavily. I would lean more to Miami also. But this is in the swamp. This isn't in Hard Rock. All right. 2 quick ones before we get to the Sunday and Monday game. Coastal Carolina taking on Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State is a 3-point favorite. Jacksonville State's going to run the ball over them. Give me Jack State.
Jack State.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
And I normally don't add them, but North Dakota State taking on Colorado. Colorado's a 10-point favorite. Over-under is 60. First off, hammer the under. Dion is going to slow the fucking game down because he doesn't want to get his kid hurt. Or Hunter hurt. This game is going to finish ridiculously low. But at the same time, too, this game is not going to end the way it's going to. North Dakota State, I think, is going to upset Colorado. Give me North Dakota State. Christian?
I'm going to same thing.
Okay, Christian, you taking Dion, or are you going to take the North Dakota State?
I'll go Colorado, but they're not just going to run away with it.
No, this game. Rye, what do you got?
Who is it?
North Dakota State versus Dion of Colorado. Colorado.
Yeah, not Colorado.
Okay. Last 2 games, and then we'll call it a night. USC is a 4-point dog going into Baton Rouge to take on. Oh no, this is in Vegas, isn't it? Is this game in Vegas? Christian?
What?
LSU USC. Is this in Vegas?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
So neutral site game, USC, LSU. I would lean more towards it being a heavier USC crowd because it's closer, but LSU likes to travel. LSU is a 4-point favorite, and the over/under is 64.5. Which, yeah, that's gonna go over. I do not trust USC. Their new quarterback, it's going to be one of those things where you get a brand new offense. The defense going to stick because, God forbid, USC does not play any defense. I got LSU to win in the cover.
LSU.
Oh, sorry, Christian. I got to preference it. You're also previewing this game. What is your keys to it?
Well, when I look at USC, if the defense was as consistent and on the same page with the offense, we're talking about the best team in college football, right?
Yeah.
But that just always seems to be the downfall with Lincoln Riley coach teams. We know what his offense is going to do, but for as many points as his offense scores, the defense gives that up in return, right? looking at the storyline of this game, obviously it's two brand new starting quarterbacks. Could you imagine if this game were, um, if this game was,
This would have been the Monday night game.
if this game had Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels,
This would
the
be your
last two,
this would be your Labor Day game.
yeah, the last two Heisman Trophy winners, but two new quarterbacks are coming in for USC. It's a kid named Miller Moss, and I'm curious to see how he's gonna look and what they're gonna do.
I mean, from what he did when he was in the Holiday Bowl, I like how he plays. But the question
Right.
is now that he's gotten a game under his belt and he's actually gonna, be actually good to go, is he going to be ready?
Exactly. And then for LSU, it's Garrett Nussmeyer, and he's the complete opposite of what Jaden Daniels was last year. He's a true pocket guy. And for LSU to get to where they want to be, which they feel is a playoff team, they got to run that ball more consistently. And if they can do that, I think good things are going to happen for them. And their defense needs to improve. We knew their offense averaged 47 points per game last year. And if their defense was just a tad bit better, they would have been in good shape last year. I preview this one tomorrow. This is the first game I preview on the new season, and I can't wait.
Okay. Ryan? LSU, USC.
LSU.
LSU. And finally, the Labor Day game. Boston College takes on Florida State, the Seminole Vesicles. FSU was a 22-point favorite when this opened. Boy, that has been bet down like a motherfucker after they lost to Georgia Tech. They are now a 16.5-point favorite. Guess what? Still too high. Give me the fucking upset. Give me BC, because they're pissed off after losing in the bandana game last year. Christian.
I'm going to take Florida State. I think they bounce back. They're going to be at home in front of their fans. Yeah, I think they bounce back. I just think, look, put what happened last week behind you, learn from it, utilize your quarterback in the way that he's supposed to be used, and go from there.
John?
What teams are this again?
Boston College and Florida State.
Give me Florida State.
Okay. Ryan?
Florida.
Florida State?
Yep.
All right. And that are the picks for week 1. I know it's a lot of games this week. Next week, don't worry, they get a little shorter because we got NFL to pick also. So we're not going to be loaded up on college games next week. But with that being said, we'll dive into college next week. Or not college. We'll dive into the pros next week. Is there anything else anyone wants to bring up before we close up shop?
I got nothing.
Hey, I got nothing.
I got
Nothing? All right. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the show. If you like what you heard, follow us on all social media accounts under the Nerd Report Network. Follow us individually on Twitter/X at F and Ronnie.
At the Zombie Master.
At Daily Blitz _61. Catch me on College Football Showdown on Friday on Prime Sports World with Israel Rivera. Looking ahead to week 1. So a lot of what you heard here tonight, you're gonna hear that again on on Friday. And Ronnie, Monday, it's coming up. Monday evening quarterback. Catch us. We will be recording MEQ. Got a lot of great things to talk about and some new things that you're also gonna hear throughout the year on the show. And Ronnie, I have to email you something.
Okay.
Yep. But looking forward to it with my guy once again. Then you can catch me on Prime Sports World. That's every Monday and Tuesday with David On Point, Israel Rivera, TJ Hopkins. Wednesday, you can catch me here on the betting window with these 3 knuckleheads. John, don't hang up. With these 3 knuckleheads. Friday, you can catch me on College Football Showdown. If you would like to be a phone caller on Monday Evening Quarterback, reach out to me. I always post for that on social media. So if that is something that interests you and you want to come on and talk some football with me, let me know and we will make it happen because I would love to have you on. I always say the doors of MEQ are always open. And while I'm here, make sure you log on to the site and you become a subscriber today, the Daily Blitz.blog. You don't want to miss anything. I got a full slate of previews coming starting tomorrow, and I can't wait.
At Stuntcock STL.
Stunt cock.
Stuntcock.
Bad gack.
Hold on, I actually have that, I think. Still. There it is. And with that being said, join us back here every Wednesday as we dive into the good, the bad, and what the fuck was that in the wide world of sports and sports betting. But like we always say, if you like what you heard, tell your friends. If you didn't,
go fuck yourself.
I was gonna say you got a joke coming up. If you didn't, tell your enemies. But until then, always remind them two different things. One, there's always Bobby Bonilla will always be getting paid. And two, there is always a teachable moment. If you don't believe me, well, hell, then shit. That's just a fact of life. Yeah. Good night.
Hey, do you know in West Virginia it's legal to beat your wife with a 6-inch oak stick on the courthouse steps from 12 to 2?
Now you do.
Well, you know.